How do we make decisions, and how should we? If a baseball and a bat costs $1.10 together, and the bat costs $1 more than the ball, how much does the ball cost? Answer: ball equals 5 cents, bat equals $1.05. Was your answer 10 cents? Then you are an intuitive thinker. If your answer was 5 cents, it indicates that you solve problems analytically rather than following your instincts. Indeed, both answers are part of our everyday thinking and decision-making. This is what Daniel Kahneman calls the two systems of our mentality.
System 2 is defined by effort. When you're putting effort in one thing, you cannot do other things at the same time. My favorite example is making a left turn into traffic. Now you will stop conversation, but system 1 doesn't have that limitation. Intuition is like recognition. A child learns to see something and to call it doggy. And you see a lot of them, and they're called doggies every time. And you know that immediately. Then you develop the intuition that these are doggies. We are experts in many things. So you know when people don't like you. You get that sense. In those subjects, we can trust our intuition. Now, where it becomes difficult is in cases like medical intuition, because you can have a physician who has wonderful intuitions about a particular disease because he has seen it many times and he has diagnosed it many times. But does the doctor know when he doesn't know? And the problem with intuition is that subjectively, intuition feels just the same when it's wrong and when it's right. That's the problem. You're just equally confident. So in order to know whether you can trust the intuition, it's not a subjective judgment. You have to ask yourself, am I in the proper conditions under which intuition works?
In the interplay of both systems, Kahneman figured out a certain conflict. Because within the decision of thinking fast or thinking slow, a different system intervenes that tends people to use intuition rather than concentration. This is what Kahneman calls the lazy system.
You could run or you could walk, but that our mental life is like walking slowly. Mental life is easy, mostly. We can concentrate, but mostly we don't like to concentrate. We avoid it. That's the idea of a lazy system. In the first place, some people are much lazier than others. In the second place, the smarter you are, the lazier you can afford to be. If you can solve many problems effortlessly, then that makes you very intelligent. So there are clear differences in how lazy people are, and there are clear differences in how much effort they need to solve different kinds of problems.
But how should we decide when there are important decisions to make?
There are probably two things you should do. One is you should slow down. And the other is you should get advice. And I think you should get advice from a particular kind of person. And it's somebody who likes you, but who doesn't care too much about your feelings. That person is more likely to give you good advice.